Hi, Dr. Anis. My name is Divya Anaparampuan Santhiran. My metric number is 2252002321. Today I'll be presenting about operating system and the few questions as well. Firstly, I would like to talk about the purpose of an operating system. Actually, operating system act as a bridge between the user and also the computer hardware as well. Firstly, it makes the computer even more usable and it manages the hardware resources such as CPU, memory, storage, IO devices. It manages all these kind of resources like hardware resources. And lastly, it also provides a platform to run other applications as well. Furthermore, I would like to explain about how an operating system actually works. There is a kernel, which is also known as a core component that handles everything in the operating system. So, firstly, the operating system actually works like controlling and coordinating the hardware and software. Second, it manages the CPU and it runs multiple of tasks. Third, it allocates memory to programs, which is very, very important to save our data and important files. Thirdly, it handles input and output devices like keyboard, mouse and printer. This is actually helps the computer, the operating system to function the keyboard, mouse and also the printers. Lastly, it provides a user interface which is desktop and command line. Next, I'll be talking about the operating systems. There are few types of operating system, but I chose 4 out of it. Firstly, Batch OS. It processes joins in group. Second is Mobile OS. It is designed for the smartphone, tablets, and such as Androids and OS, which is Mac. Third is a Distributed OS operating system, manages multiple computers as one system. Lastly, time sharing. Multiple users share resources. Next, the most important thing is how to select an operating system. Firstly, we have to check the hardware and software compatibility. Second is consider ease of use, which is basically user-friendly or advanced tools. Secondly, to look at the performance, for example like speed and its efficiency. Fourth is evaluate the security features, whether it's safe to be used or the data and files will be leaked. Second, last is compare cost and licensing. Like some of it is free and some of it you should pay. Fifth one is managing files and folders. Firstly, how does an operating system manages the files and also the folders? It actually organizes data using file system. Second, it allocates and creates, it copies, it renames, it deletes. It takes few actions to actually manage the files like deleting, replacing, rearranging those files names and other things. Third is support file paths and extensions like a document, JPG. For images, we use other PDF and all that. Fourth is uses folders to group related files. For example, there are big files that needed to be renamed as a group. So we just have to create group related files to save the related files only. Next will be the uses of the management utilities. So first one, disk cleanup. Second is disk defragmenter. Third is task manager. Fourth is backup tools. First one is disk cleanup, which basically means it removes the unnecessary files that doesn't need to be in the system. Second is disk defragmenter, which actually speed up the file access, which sometimes it lags when we open few files. It will be it might actually loading for few minutes and all that. Third is task manager. It monitors and processes the performance. Fourth is backup tools. Create copies of data. This is very important since we have a lot of important files. So these backup tools actually helps to create a few copies of data so that our important files doesn't get lost or deleted. Even it's deleted or lost, we can backup it. Okay, the next one will be the most important thing. Why? Is because it actually protects our data, our important files, our important personal information and all that. How? By using user authentication. For example, it uses passwords, PIN, fingerprint and facial recognition. Second, it needs permissions to control what app and users can do. Third is firewall. It blocks unauthorized network access. Fourth is encryption. For example, BitLocker, FileVault scrambles data to protect it. Fourth will be automatic updates, patches security vulnerability. Like for example, there is an suspicion activities, there will be a notification. So these are the security features in operating system. Last but not least, operating system uses a virtual machine. For example, there's a software based on emulation of a physical computer. It uses like a run incompatible software. For example, Windows programs on a Mac. Second one is test software or updates in a safe, isolated environment. Third one is consolidated servers. It runs many VMS on one physical machine. That's all from me. Thank you.